Hi guys, in this video what we're going to look at is what's called the first general equation of a circle. And the last video we looked at an equation of a circle that had the centre 0, 0. So this here you can see the centre isn't 0, 0 like before, but we're going to set up exactly the same sort of idea on how to do or how to get the general equation of this circle. The fact this wasn't 0, 0. We're just going to use the distance formula like we did last time, and we're going to work out the distance between these 2 points hk and xy. So the distance formula is equal to x1 minus x2 all squared plus y1 minus y2 all squared, and that's square rooted. And here you can see the distance of this from h to k is the radius. So r is equal to the square root of, my x1 is my x, so it's this one down here. I'll just label this one x1, y1, x2, y2, so you can see I've got x minus h all squared plus y1, which is y, minus y2, which is k all squared. And then to get rid of the square root, we get r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k all squared. As you can see down here, all they've done is they've just put this onto the left hand side, this onto the right hand side, and that there is the first general equation of the circle. So in this example we're told the circle has a line segment from A to B, which is a diameter. So let's just quickly always draw these guys, just makes your life a bit easier. So it doesn't really matter how poorly your diagram is, it's going to look something like this. So what you have there, that's minus 1, 4. Okay, and this down here is 5, minus 2. We know that this is a diameter, so that means the circle is going to go something like that. Okay, not the best circle in the world. We're asked to find the coordinates of the centre C. Well, the centre C, I hope you can see, is this red dot here, which is just the midpoint of A and B. So there's A, there's B. And for the midpoint, so we need to find the midpoint of A, B. Okay, so that's what we're trying to find out. And remember, to do that, the formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, so that there will tell us the midpoint of two particular points. So if we do that, we get minus 1 plus 5 divided by 2. There's my x coordinates. And if my y coordinates are 4 plus minus 2 divided by 2, tidy them up, we get minus 1 plus 5, which is 4, 4 divided by 2, which is 2. And then we get 4 plus minus 2, which is 2, 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So the midpoint here, centre of the circle, is 2, 1. And remember now that's h and k, so h and k, because that's the centre of the circle. So we now know that 2 is equal to h and 1 is equal to k. The next thing we've been asked to calculate is the radius. Well, the radius is just the distance from the centre, which we now know the point of, 2, 1. We've just done it down here. And either minus 1, 4 or 5, minus 2. It's up to you. Doesn't matter which one you decide to do. Alternatively, you could use minus 1, 4, 5, minus 2 and work out the full distance of this black line and then halve it if that's what you want to do. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to work out the radius using this one here, which is x1, y1 I'm going to call, and this one's going to be x2, y2. So we know that the distance is equal to x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So I'm just going to stick the numbers into that formula. So d is equal to, my x2 is 5 minus 2 all squared plus y2, which is minus 2 minus 1 all squared. I'm going to tidy that up. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3, and 3 squared is equal to 9. Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3, and minus 3 squared is 9 as well. So d is equal to root 18, which is equal to the radius. So our r is now equal to root 18. Okay. We've now been asked to write down the equation of C. Well, the equation of C is given by x minus h all squared plus y minus k all squared is equal to r squared remember where h and k are the centre of the circle. We have the centre here, look, h is 2, k is 1, and we have our r, so that's root 18, so all we do is put the stuff in. X minus 2 all squared plus y minus k, so y minus, and my k was 1 all squared, is equal to root 18 all squared. The square and the square root will disappear to get us equal to 18. And we now have the equation of C. Notice that I can get the centre from this really quickly. I know that the centre here is, this must be equal to 0, so x minus 2 is equal to 0. So that means that I'm going to get 2. This must be y minus 1 is equal to 0, therefore I get 1. And in order to find out the square root of 18 will give me the radius. In this last example, we're asked to find the centre and the radius of the circle given the equation of the circle here. So remember, the equation of the circle that we know is x minus h all squared plus y minus k all squared is equal to r squared. If we just draw this, remember that hk is the centre of the circle, and r is obviously the radius from there to there, so that's your r. Now if you have a look, we've got x minus h, just to show very quickly, squared plus y minus k all squared is equal to r squared. So if we just put in what we know, we've got x minus 2 all squared plus y plus 3 all squared is equal to, and we've got 17. So you can see here that minus h is equal to minus 2, so let's just write that down over here. So minus h is equal to minus 2, so h is equal to 2. If you have a look at this one here, we have minus k is equal to positive 3, so minus k is equal to plus 3. So that means that k is equal to minus 3. And on the last bit here, we see that r squared is equal to 17, so r squared is equal to 17, which means that r must be equal to the square root of 17. So the centre is 2 minus 3, so let's write that down. So the centre is 2, negative 3, and the radius is equal to root 17. Now the easy way, again, to look at this is whatever this is, so we've got x minus 2, all we do is we just change the sign. So you can see here that x minus 2, change the sign, so my x value is 2, y plus 3, change the sign, minus 3, and then take the square root of that, and we're done.